Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're going to say for today's video, it's Cellar Saturday, which I love, and I think people who watch are really enjoying this. And if you're drinking anything that has been cellared / aged, let me know. Put it in the comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. I love... You buy these beers, you start sitting on them, then you just kind of keep sitting on them. I love that I'm forcing myself once a week to drink one, and it's been overwhelmingly a positive experience. I've had some duds, but mostly it's been really rewarding. This one, anytime I do a canned one, I'm like, how different can it be? Zero light, if it was sealed properly, zero oxygen. So these big contributors to, flavor changes, pretty much, I'll say minimized. I'll say very minimized when you can it and age a can. But I mean, still potential, I guess. This is, okay. I was pretty sure I was right. 2015. So 10 Fidy from Oskar Blues. Not the barrel-aged version, just the regular one. And because of... They do it right before Christmas, so it was the end of 2015. So 5 years, even though it's 2021 and this was 2015. It's more like 5 years and 4 months. But yeah, it's a big stout, 10.5% ABV. I don't remember if I cleaned that off. And I know some people, it's not safe to age canned beers. It can leach chemicals, and it's one of the reasons I picked this, to be honest with you. Trying to drink down any cans I have. Some people are saying it's fine. Some people are saying it's not. I have done no independent research, which I usually am very good about. And I'm like, you know what? It's beer. I'll just drink what I have soon, and then I don't have to worry about it. Tons of head on that. A good 2.5 fingers. Some nitro looking, some tiny, even a few small. It's actually a light mocha color for the head. The beer itself is pretty darn black. As it pours, it's a little thinner. I could see some brown in there. But once it's in the glass, I mean, that's a pretty dark looking beer. Looks like a big stout. Definitely no issue with carbonation. Didn't get flat in the can or anything. Let's get into the aroma. Big roast. Okay. And I do like this beer a lot. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm a big fan of actually the barrel-aged and the regular. Fresh, aged. I've really enjoyed this beer. I've had different barrels. What was the one? I think rum barrel even. Maybe a vanilla adjunct, a coffee adjunct. Definitely have had a few. And yeah, I enjoyed them all. You are getting unmistakably that stout roastiness. You can see why coffee would be nice in this beer. I don't think it's quite at the level of this could have coffee in it, but for just straight beer with no adjuncts, it's pretty close to making you think, is there coffee in there? Some dark chocolate. It's interesting. Sometimes in these, Russian Imperial stouts, you can almost get this wood thing, but not wood barrels. It's the closest I can ever think of to get people to kind of understand what I'm experiencing is that it just started raining and you're in the woods. It's kind of like that. It's somewhere between that and barrel aging, I guess. I swear it's a soft vanilla thing, which is kind of tripping me up. But yeah, definitely is not. It doesn't smell infected or any issues like that. So it smells like it should taste great. Let's get into that. Cheers. That has held up nicely. Huge roast. You get that. Like I was talking about the wood. I should have mentioned this as well. It makes me think of those Black is Beautiful beers. The people who followed the base recipe pretty closely. Some of those, wow, so much dark chocolate. Oh my God, it's amazing. You would get is this a big black IPA or is this a Russian Imperial Stout? Because that hoppiness, it mixed in with that woody little bit outdoorsy thing, which is probably partially why I think of the woods when it's raining is not just the wood, but just outdoorsy. Um, you get that in the taste. That like anyway, that what the hop does, you know, that earthy thing, a little bit bitterness. The bitterness that's helping, like how coffee is bitter. You're not quite getting that, but you get the roast. You do kind of get notes of that mixed in with a hop bitterness, and that's what kind of tricks your brain into thinking this is almost coffee. Um, that is so much in the taste as well. Yeah, wow, that's good. Now I will say this: I don't know if 5 years has made. I don't know how much different this beer is drinking. Maybe than it would have fresh. Maybe the components that are there are melded together, like interwoven is probably a better way of saying it. A little bit more interwoven now than fresh, but it's not like, it's certainly not night and day. It certainly didn't get like way smoother or like, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like things that can happen. Like I think of like a big barrel aged stout, and sometimes they're, you know, they're hot, fresh, and then you let them age, and then like when I first got into Bourbon County, you know, I mean, I would try to have one, I would have one fresh, and then I wouldn't touch another one until I had it, you know, at least a year on it, because it can help smooth it out. This is a big stout, again, not barrel aged. This is a big stout. It doesn't need that, and you're also not really getting it. It could be the can, you know, but like it also hasn't diminished. This is as good as it is fresh. I just don't know how different it is from fresh. There is some sweetness to it, which is nice. And it's not vanilla. Man, that thing, wow, that chocolate, then also that earthy, this thing you associate with fresh rain in the woods. If that was a taste, how that's lingering on my palate right now. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. But, oh, the vanilla. There is like this kiss of sweetness and this like kiss of vanilla. I don't know what would be causing that, or if it's just my mind kind of going to like a milk chocolate place, since I'm getting that dark chocolate, but then like when it has that little bit of sweetness, if it's just like my brain thinking like, hey, this is like milk chocolate, and sometimes milk chocolate has vanilla. Man, this is good. Yeah, that roast level is fantastic. Yeah, it didn't hurt anything. I'm not gonna lie to you and act like it's some way better beer. To me, it's very much, oh, wow, like rye, like a rye, like rye bread, rye cracker. The aftertaste is so good. Like I want another sip because it's delicious, but like, wow, it's just this aftertaste. It just keeps going, and it's so pleasant. And you get these like, man, like during the sip, it makes sense that like you have a roller coaster of things happening, but this long into the aftertaste, maybe it's because I'm talking, so like. Maybe like my saliva and opening my mouth is, you know, reincorporating aspects of the beer or something, but like a roller coaster on the aftertaste, like what is that? You know, I not what is that, but like what beer has that, you know, at least to this degree. That it's just, you know, you got that rye cracker note, but then the dark chocolate must have got mad because it came back, and the aftertaste is like, I know you already had this experience with this current aftertaste, but you mentioned rye. I got to come back and show you there's still chocolate here too. So like it's like doing things like that, which is really cool. Yeah, great beer, ages well. I don't know if you're gaining anything by aging it, but it definitely ages well. Have you aged this beer before? You know, what do you think of Oskar Blues? What do you think of their 1050 variants? Anything, everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, check me out on Instagram and Untappd. There's no hype beer reviews of both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.